we turn the page of our mind to start with an old writing skill topic, that is notice writing. I hope you are enjoying your online classes and you are familiar with my way of teaching also. So now we are going to move on to this notice writing topic, and you are very well aware, you know very well how notices come up on our school notice board whenever we want to make any official announcement. So now we are going to revise the format of notice, what is notice actually, and we are going to have a look at the different kinds of notices that we put up according to the official information or announcement. So let us have a look, let us move on. A notice is a very short piece of writing which is usually formal in style. It is very formal, very official in style, and it is widely used. It is very, very commonly used by individual and organization to announce, to make an announcement of any event and celebration or any kind of occasions like inauguration or sales or any other kind of public instruction, or to make any appeals that is request, and to extend invitations. So notices are of varied types. So the types are explained and the question can be of any particular type. Events can be there, celebrations can be there, inauguration or sales when we start with a new business or we open a new sales shop. That time the inauguration can be announced, to issue public instruction, any important public instruction that the public has to mandatorily follow. That is, legally they have to follow the instruction. So that time we issue notices, and also to make requests, public requests, and to extend invitations. Most notices are pinned up or pasted on boards meant for this purpose only. So you know how our school only uses one particular place for pinning up any notice. So most notice are pinned up or pasted on notice board. That board is known as notice board. Notice issued by government also appear in newspapers. In newspaper also we find notice issued by the government. So here also newspapers, they act as the notice board for the government. So we have got to understand there are various kinds of notice writing. Events and celebration is one kind, inauguration is the other kind, public instruction is the other kind, and to make appeals and to extend invitations. And we move on now to see how to write the notice. All notice should give complete information. My dear children, we cannot half write a notice and leave the rest for the others to understand. That will be most ridiculous. So we must always give complete information in our notice. It must be written in clear and lucid style. You just cannot think of writing notice from anywhere. It should be coherent, clear, understandable, and in simple language. All the content part should be clearly connected. The lines should be clearly connected to each other. Easily understandable language, and put some attractive attributes, means put some attractive particulars or make your notice very interesting for the public to be interested. Now if it is on any art exhibition, I can offer them early bird prizes, or I can offer them e-certificates, or I can offer them offline certificates, whatever it is. We must, or I can offer them medals, or I can offer them small stars. So it should be very attractive. Your notice should contain some attractiveness. Like, you people are very attractive, you know, that is why we are also interested in you all. So your notice writing should also be equally attractive like you all. Can we move on? Now the content of effective notice. What should be there to get the 4 marks in this question? All notice writing questions have got 4 marks. So you have to be very confident about these 4 marks. So how are we going to do it? Name of the office, school, organization has to be on top. Date of issuing of a particular notice has to be below. The heading notice to make it very clear. Now date of issuing notice and notice can go side by side on the same line. But many people, they write notice on top and the date below. So it is up to you to follow. Both ways examiners we are accepting. So it is up to you. If you want to write them side by side, fine. If you want to leave some space in between, fine. No issues with us. Eye-catching caption or heading to hold the immediate attention of the reader. Now for art exhibition, I can write the caption as Art Smart Competition. So it is something like related to art. For handwriting, pen might. Penmight, pen might. So something like that to show your creativity in making or in writing attractive captions, purpose for which it has been written. Now you just cannot write the notice in form of a story, and at the end of the story you write one line that this is my reason for writing the story. The purpose, the body, the content part has to clearly begin with a proper official purpose while you are writing the notice. Like when calling a meeting, drawing attention, I would like to draw the attention of whatever you want to write, making an appeal, making a request, or informing general public about some issue of concern or anything else. Now in that content part, we also need to mention date, time, venue, program, duration, etc. So your notice has to have the following. I have made it very clear once more. Content of effective notice, name of the issuing authority, date of issuing, heading of the notice, eye-catching caption, right, purpose, and then details of schedule, right? Is it clear? So I think I've got very smart children, right, to pick up e-learning as fast as possible. This is all e-learning going on, right? So yes, we are moving on to the next part. Format. Now this is the question mark for all of us. Ma'am, how to write? Ma'am, how to write? Even though I have repeated a number of times, this question keeps on coming back to us in our dreams also. Right? So we are going to look at the format very carefully, right? So we are going to start with date, time, venue, agenda, purpose, who is going to attend, and specific instructions. And we are going to sign out with a contact person, designation or address whatsoever. Now, this is the format. Do you think it is the format or it is the part of the format? I do not know. I can't hear you well. So let me answer myself. This is the part of the content of the format. This is the format of the content. Now I am sharing the content format. All should be there. You should mention the date of the event, you should mention the time of the event, you should mention the venue, agenda, who is supposed to attend the event, the specific instructions, and the contact person and the address of the contact person, right? So we are now going to move on to the next portion. Now, whenever, like I have told you that the notice can be of various kinds. So this is about informing about some events. Whenever we are informing any normal event, that time we start with the name of the event, objective, purpose or occasion of the event, date, time and duration, place and venue, and essential qualifications, eligibility conditions, contact address. And here you see, whenever we are informing about some events, like supposing I am holding a workshop. Whenever I am holding any workshop, that time I need to be very, very purposeful. So I have to write the name of the workshop. Supposing, take for example, it is a workshop. So workshop on art exhibition, or some kind of blood donation campaign, or a kind of eye camp. So it is going to be very purposeful. I just cannot write like that. So the format should be, for these events, the format should be, we should start with the name of the event, the purpose, eye camp, or any art workshop, or any education workshop, whatever it is, date, time, venue. So this has to be there. Essential qualifications: who all can attend the workshop, the camp, and then what are the respective eligibility or conditions. Like supposing we can say that underaged people are not allowed to appear. We can say senior citizens are not allowed to appear. So something like conditions. If it is conditional, then we need to mention the conditions and the contact address and suitable background images. Supposing if it is on career campaigning, then the various colleges will be putting up their logos, their highlights, their missions, their visions, everything can be put up in that notice, right? So no, not like that, not graphics exactly, but you can have it on a kind of background image. Now nobody will be drawing any image in any notice. It is a kind of official notice whenever it comes out from any kind of institution, whenever they want to issue any special notice for their workshop. So that time they use a kind of letterhead, or they use a kind of letter pad. So there they have the background image of the school or the college. So this time whenever I am explaining, when I am now explaining, and whenever I am doing my explanation, please understand, if you have doubts, you are not going to take any conclusion like that. Do not make any conclusion. Please ask me, ma'am, what is it? Let me know your doubts. Okay, so here you are not going to draw any graphics, but use suitable background images if it is that kind of notice. Like normally we do not get this kind of notice writing in our question paper, but this is for your information. I am sharing with you, right? We are moving on. Lost and found. This is an important notice. This is normally there in your 12th board paper. Very important. Date, time, place, where you have lost the material, and then identification marks of the material, like the color, the size, and the material. Like supposing if it is a purse, you need to mention the identification of the purse. So any kind of what are the contents that were there. So identity of the, if it is a person, then we have to mention the identity of the person. If it is a material, we have to mention the qualities. How can we understand the material, the identification marks of the material. So like that we have to describe the material, and then we move on to contact, whom to contact, when to contact, and how to contact. We have to be very clear about lost and found. Reward also can be offered here, because that makes it confirmed, guaranteed return. Now some people, they can keep your material, they can keep your thing and nicely enjoy it, forget it, or maybe they will don't bother to enjoy it, they will keep the material with themselves, forget it, like that. So in that case, if we promise a reward, that material is going to make a return soon, right? So we move on to notice about tours, fairs, and exhibitions and camp. This is also an interesting topic. This topic is also repeated in your 12th board paper. So they contain the format. What does it contain? The content part. It contains the name and the nature. Like if it is a trekking tour, you need to mention on top what you need to mention. Hi trekkers, you can make a caption like that. Hi trekkers, welcome trekkers. If it is a fair, let's go to the fair. Then if it is an exhibition, come one, come all. And camps. So like that, we have to think of appropriate or catchy titles. Name and nature of the tour, exhibitions, camps and all. Then occasion, what is the reason? Like you are taking it on a particular festive reason, or for some kind of hobby purpose, or some kind of training purpose. So occasion has to be there. Venue has to be there. Objective to invite people, to spread awareness, to make a request, whatever it is, you have to mention it very, very clearly. Dates and timing of your trip, of your exhibition, of your camp, expenditure and fees, beginning and the conclusion. The beginning has to be very attractive, because until unless the opening statement is very interesting, people will not be interested in reading your notice any further. Like we can say for a tour camp, the sun is calling, let us come out. Or the nature is calling, come on, let's run out. And so the mountains are calling, let's come on, let's climb the top. Or let's reach the top, something like that. So the opening statement has to be very catchy, and the conclusion also has to be equally attractive. Like for more details, we can easily add. So, want to know more? Please call, something like that. Conclusion also has to be equally attractive. Then place, duration, from and to, contact address, specific instruction, do's and don'ts. For climbing or for trekking, we have to have some specific instructions. So specific instructions is not common. According to the event, we have to put specific instructions, right? We move on to summarizing now. Now the end of the story. So end of the story, ma'am, where is the summary? So here is your summary. So notice can use capital letters for details. Whenever I want to mention any particular detail or important detail, then we have to put it in capital. We can use capitals, or like it is a kind of your choice. It is better that we put capitals because it is immediately highlighted then. No highlighters to be used in notice. Only increasing the font size of your writing. That's all. Within the message itself, message spelling is wrong. Please ignore the spelling and note down the correct spelling. M-E-S-S-A-G-E. M-E-S-S-E-G-E is the correct spelling. Please note down the spelling and you will not make any mistake, because this spelling is wrong. And as I was looking at the spelling, I also misspelled. The correct spelling is M-E-S-S-E-G-E. Right? Very easy to remember. Remember, please. The date of the notice can be placed at the top left-hand corner only. There are many places, many examiners are following many places. So I have included a universal follow-up, whatever we are following, whatever the examiners are following, but we must stick to, let me advise, we must stick to only one format. Use your date option only on the left hand corner, top left hand corner, not anywhere else. Okay, so the entire content of the notice is centered within a box. Centered within a box. I have already mentioned before, again I am mentioning, please, P-L-E-S-E, put the whole notice within a box, right? The individual responsible for issuing the notice indicates the name below. Undersigned will be always the issuing authority. Undersigned will always be the issuing authority. So your signature should be there, name should be there, and then the designation also should be there. Abbreviations and symbols, yes, we can. 50-60 words only. Please do not overwrite, because we are not interested in marking or over marking any notice like that. If it is overwritten, the word count is more, we can undermark. No overmarking will be there for overwriting. I mean, crossing the word limit, right? So that is all for today. I will try to upload various samples of various notice writing, and that will help you to relate your whatever we have learned right now. It will help you to immediately mix and match the various kinds of examples with the formats we have learned right now. So it will be helpful. Look forward to that. And also I'm looking forward to your participation in writing very good notices, right? So all the best, and let me wish you. Thank you.